What is up, vinyl community? Ton of bricks. What's going on? We're rocking a little metal tonight in the cosmic realm. How's it going out there in YouTube land? Gosh, I sure hope it's going better than it has been here in my world. Lately, my atmosphere has sucked the life out of me. But let's not dwell on that. Let's talk about some albums, some vinyl. You guys want to see some vinyl? Because that's what I'm gonna do. Just basically show some vinyl, not new stuff or anything, but just not too like a video ago. Started showing some of my metal stuff, metal, hard rock, whatever, hair stuff. It's all mixed together. I lumped it all into a big box here. I don't even remember where I left off. I think I left off with Striper. Yep, I did. So maybe we'll start. I started at the back of the collection. I'm moving forward. So I started with Z. I went from like, I think I went from Zebra. And it showed like some Y&T and some Wasp and Twisted Sister and Tesla. I ended with Striper though, so I'm coming. I still got some things to show under the S, and then I think I'll go to P maybe, and then go from there. This metal video from the Cosmic Realm is brought to you by the usual sponsor, Miller Lite, and also some organic greenery, like a salad, so to speak, is also a sponsor. So support your local greenhouses. Anyway, here's to you. Tell you what, it's a little hot up here in the realm. I forgot to turn the air conditioner off before I went to work, so I'm might be suffering a bit here, but I'm going to bring the fan in a little closer. Maybe get a little fan going on me. I'll feel better. Oh, you guys know what you were listening to? I'm sure you metalheads know, but that Metal Church. I love the Metal Church, man. Check that out. Man, I don't got a very good angle here, do I? With my camera, everything's jacked up tonight. I don't know why. Typical of the way my weekends went. So here's this. The Metal Church. God, Metal Church is a friggin' great band, man. If all metal sounded like Metal Church, I'd probably be into it all the time. I love Metal Church. My brother turned me on to the church. Alright, so let's get after this, man. I know this is more hard rock than metal, but that's okay. You know, I'm just sharing. Like I said, I lumped it all kind of into the same part of my collection here, but this is a little bit of the Squire of Billiness. This is Emotions in Motion, which is actually a pretty decent record for him. Title track was a good one. What was the other one? There was another good hit. Oop, I gotta get rid of the mind shields and put these back. Oh man, I can see! It's a miracle! I can see! I mean, it's his usual stuff. This is before he kind of flaked out a little bit. But, Everybody Wants You. Duh. Everybody wants you. Everybody knows that lick, right? Everybody wants you. Look at Billy. Oh, Billy. Billy. Oh, Billy. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, yeah, little Billy Squire. I like the Squire. Actually, I like this record better than all of them. This is This is more like raw, like rock. More his guitar, his raging guitar stuff. I mean, he was a killer player. He could play guitar like nobody's business. There's Billy right there. They say he had one of the worst videos that basically said it ruined his career. I don't know about that. I think, it was came out about the same time that all like the hard rock and everything was about to take a nosedive for, alternative music. So I don't know. I don't think we can blame Billy's shitty video for whatever it was, Rock Me Tonight or whatever. Yeah, this is a great record here. It's got Lonely as the Night, In the Dark, The Stroke, My Kind of Lover. I mean, come on. It's basically a greatest hits for the Squire. I seen Squire actually headline, and Def Leppard opened for Squire. When I've seen that, it must have been '83 maybe. I bet it was. Yeah, Def Leppard had just come out with Pyromania. They hadn't quite broken big yet, so they were touring with Squire. They were the opening act. God, that was a great show, great time. We had met these girls. First time I ever, I was still a senior in high school. First time I ever, some gal gave me a handy right there in the seat at the concert. Went to take them out to the car and couldn't find the car. The girls took off finally. Ended up at the end of the night, we got back to town from out of town where the concert was. We drove the car into the river. It was just one of those crazy rock stories you could tell everybody. Tell your grandkids. God, this guy's voice just sounds so great. You guys like Metal Church, man? They freaking rock. Alright, let's move on here. Oh, this is something I got from, did I already show this shit? I might have. Maybe not. Anyway, Jersey, yes I did. I remember showing this gatefold. Jersey Joey, his contest that he held. I won this album. But look at that Slayer gatefold right there, the live show. This is a double live album, the Repentless Killology, live at the Forum in Inglewood. Look at that cover. Woo-hoo! This is a smoker, man. I'm telling you, this is hard and heavy right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I did show this, and then did I show you this too? Then my VCLT I got from Dan's vinyl channel. This is South of Heaven. I think I did show this. All this seems pretty goddamn familiar. It's already one thing that my videos are already too long, and then I add on to it by showing stuff I've already shown. Alright, let's move on then. Alright, next thing is Slade, the Slade record. This is the one they had kind of a breakthrough hit with this, with Run Run Away back in the 80s. I think this came out in like 84. Oh yeah, 84. I'd say around 84. I believe in woman, my oh my. I believe in woman, my oh my. Anyway, Slade. No, they're not like a metal band. But of course, I would say that Quiet Riot probably owes their whole career to the hits of Slade. Come on, feel the noise, shit like that. Now this one, ooh, this is a great record here. Skid Row, self-titled, probably best known for Youth Gone Wild. God, these guys were great. I mean, these guys, you could call them a hair band, but when I remember seeing them for the first time, when I seen the Youth Gone Wild video, there was something more to this band than a hair band. I mean, they just seemed more like, more raw, and I remember the one guy had like a nose piercing with a chain that went down to, I don't know, maybe his nipple or something. I think his name was Rachel Bolin. Yep. And then there was a guy in the band named Dave the Snake Sabo. And of course, you had Sebastian Bach as well, who was an import from Madam X, another metal band. Yeah, this is a great record, man. I mean, Big Guns, Sweet Little Sister, Can't Stand the Heartache. I mean, this is all good. Everything here. Of course, you know, they had the standard ballad, I Remember You, and I think it was 18 in Life on here too. No, 18 in Life must not have been on this. No, it was on this. Duh. So yeah, they had the ballads too, but God, they could rock. And their second album, which I don't have, Slave to the Grind, oh shit. That friggin' album will rock your face right off. Now this is not really this is kind of more of a hard rock, borderline arena-oriented rock. But this is Shooting Star. Gosh, for some reason these boys aren't from Canada, are they? I can't remember. For some reason, I don't know why. I just seem to think they're. No, I don't know. But anyway, they were a pretty good band, you know. Hard rock, kind of in the vein of like a Triumph or something like that. But this is a pretty cool record right here. We got the guy on the cycle jumping into the room, and then the room is destroyed on the back here. And then here's the guys in the band right there. I mean, they're not like very metal looking, but yeah, it was a cool little record. I dug it. I don't know whatever happened to these fellas, but this is a good little album. I'm sure you can probably get it for pretty cheap nowadays. Moving on right along, I got some of the Scorpions here with me, but some of them might be at home. But this is I think the one that broke them through pretty, the more commercially. I mean, they'd been around in the 70s. They had lots of good records like Animal Magnetism and Virgin Killers. And I mean, they were a hard rockin' band from the 70s that just so happened to be able to adapt to what was going on in the 80s. Came out with this gem called Love at First Sting, and kicked everybody's ass with a song called Rock You Like a Hurricane, with another one of those kind of apocalyptic like videos that everybody was coming out with at that time. I mean, you know, Mad Max came out at that time, the movie Mad Max, and so there was all the, you know, all that kind of thing that everybody was into. I think Kiss did a video, and Motley Crue, and even Priest had something like that too. But anyway, yeah, this is a great record here. Good cover there too. A little love making on the Scorpion album cover. Stroke me, stroke me. Bad Boys Running Wild. Big City Nights. Good stuff here. Love at First Ding. He's about ready to give her the stinger. Long and Slow. Alright. Oh, this is probably my favorite Scorpions album of all time right here. A little Blackout. I really had a blackout! Blackout! I really had a blackout! Look at that album cover. I remember I had this cover. There was this record shop here in town. Get a closer look at the fork eyes and the... It's crazy, right? I remember there was this record store here in town when I was younger called Co-op. And they had like just the... Not the sleeves, but like... you know, album-sized, cover-sized posters of like this. So I had this. I also had Rainbow, the one with straight between the eyes, and I had them in my locker at school. This is actually one of the guitar players from Scorpions right here. At least on the video it was. It was this guy right here. Oh, what the fudge was his name? I think he was one of the Shanker brothers. If I can find his name, maybe I won't be able to find his name. I wanted his name. Maybe Rudy Shanker, I think, maybe. Yeah, I believe it was, because the other cat's name was like, oh, the guitar player, he had kind of a weird name too. Can't think of it right offhand. Jabs or something like that. But anyway, yeah, this is a killer record right here. China White, Blackout, Arizona, When the Smoke is Coming Down. This is the era that I liked of the Scorps right here. This was kind of like right before they broke big with the Love at First Stinger. Feel the sting of his sting. Alright, then we're getting into a little David Lee Roth. I've showed this a couple times on different videos. This is the one that has Just Like Living in Paradise and Damn Good, which is my favorite song off of this. Always reminds me of some good times. Stand Up, that's a good one on here too. Yeah, David Lee Roth had such a killer band for this album, and also for this album as well, this Eat 'Em and Smile record. God, this was such a great... Look at his band. I mean, look at that shit. His band was killer. Freaking Stevie Vai, Greg Bissonette was the drummer, and the cat from Mr. Big, what was his name? Billy Sheehan on bass. God, he had such a great band. I mean, this band right here, David Lee Roth and his band, blew the shit out of the water of the Sammy Hagar version of Van Halen. These guys, way more talent than that. Sorry, everybody's entitled to an opinion. But yeah, this is I remember when I first heard the opening, that first long chord, that guitar chord of Yankee Rose, I was hooked. And then you got Shy Boy, Shy Boy, Shy Boy, Shy Boy, Shy Boy, Shy Boy, give me one more try, boy. And then you've got Going Crazy, Going Crazy from the heat. Tobacco Road. God, this is friggin', I love this. Good fun rock and roll. And look at that cover. Absolutely splendid. Alright, where are we at here? Alright, I've heard people slam the shit out of this record, and if this was probably this was the first record I ever got from this band, and it's not the place I should have started, because this is Raven's The Pack is Back. Only I heard Scott Waters describe it as they were trying to pull off, like, maybe they listened to their label, they tried to take them in a like Twisted Sister kind of direction, and yeah, they paid for it, but they came back with it. I think it was called Mad, this album after this, that was so much better. But yeah, I'm not gonna say a whole lot about this, but Raven, The Pack is Back, not their best, not even close. And then now we're moving into one of my favorite bands of all the 80s. A lot of people, this is a band that people can either hate them or love them. Me and my brother chose to love this band. I've seen this band and Motley Crue probably more times than I've seen any band live, and that's Rat. I just absolutely love Rat. And this is a great album too. Dancing Undercover. You've got Dance, Dance, Dance. You've got One Good Lover, Slip of the Lip, Looking for Love. I mean, every song on here to me is just absolutely killer. I'll hold it up there so you can take it all in. friggin' Rat. God, I wish these guys could have held it all together. I mean, at one point they had like 2 separate bands on tour, and then at one time I went and seen them in concert. They had Jizzy Pearl from Love Hate singing for them. I mean, without Stephen Pearcy and Warren DeMartini and Juan, I guess the bass player, you just don't. I feel like you're not getting what you deserve in Rat. Also got this Rat Invasion of Your Privacy album number 2. God, this was killer too. Lay It Down, You're in Love, Closer to My Heart, You Should Know By Now, Dangerous But Worth the Risk. God, these guys were great. I loved Rat in this time. Seeing them on this tour too, when Bon Jovi was opening for Rat. Of course, later on it would be the opposite, the other way around. But Invasion of Your Privacy, and of course the one that I always go back to, a great album, is Rat. Not Invasion of Your Privacy, Out of the Cellar. Sorry. Yeah, this is something this is what got me into, LA hard rock bands and metal, I guess, or hair bands. This was the one that drug me in. Well, this one and Motley Crue's Shout at the Devil. But yeah, great stuff. That's Tawny Katane on the album cover there, who at one point was involved with one Robin Crosby, the king right there, King Crosby, who we sadly lost to, I believe the official thing was a heroin overdose, even though he was HIV positive, which was too bad. It's not any road anybody wants to take, I'm telling you. Do not mess with opiates or the H, I'm telling you. I'm going to take another swig off of this bad boy. It's a freshie. I feel like we need some more music for if I'm going to show a couple more records. I still got like, I don't know, a few more I'll show. And we'll take and call it a night. What do you say, VC? Oh man, I'm beat, man. I'm sore all over. Alright, here we go. This is Rainbow. I only throw this in with the 80s stuff instead of the 70s stuff because this was when they were kicking into kind of their trying to be more commercially viable. This is post Ronnie Dio, and this was the era of Joey Lynn Turner as their vocalist. Yeah, when I was telling you about how I had those posters of these album covers, this was one of them. I thought that was probably one of the coolest album covers I've ever seen. Yeah, this was, you still had Richie Blackmore, and I believe you had Roger Glover was also in this from Deep Purple, and then Joe Lynn Turner was the singer. I'm trying to figure out who else was in this. I don't know this Bobby Rondinelli or David Rosenthal on keyboards, but they were a good band. I mean, they came, I think, is it Stone Cold on this? Stone Cold was a great song. And Mistreated. I mean, this is a good album. I mean, it's just a different incarnation of Rainbow. There's the band right there. I mean, they're definitely starting to take on the 80s, like hairband look. Which is okay. I mean, that was what was going on at the time. I mean, I don't fault anybody for that. Hell, I looked like that. Let's see. Quiet Riot. I think I'll wrap it up with Quiet Riot. I got some Quiet Riot here. I just basically got 3 Quiet Riot albums because those are the 3 to me that meant the most. But this is Quiet Riot 3, and as you'll see, Kevin DeBrow, the singer, somehow had way more hair on this than he had when he was on the other 2 albums, the first 2 albums. He had a hair transplant kind of a thing. And I'll tell you what, I think it did him good. I mean, it helped his confidence. And, I mean, he had the hair of like a, 65-year-old guy. So, man, I loved Carlos Cavazo on guitar. Another guy who ended up playing in Rat later on. You got Frankie Benelli on drums. Chuck Wright on was the bass player after Rudy Sarzo left. Chuck Wright, I think Chuck and Frankie are still part of the current incarnation of Quiet Riot that tours. But I'm not sure what Carlos is doing. I just know Kevin DuBrow is deceased, I believe. Complications from a cocaine overdose, probably heart attack. So, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, it was hazardous in the 80s to be a rock and roll star, because you're giving a lot of money to some young guys who partied there, or his mantra was party your ass off. So you're bound to lose a few, man, along the way. This is one of my favorite Quiet Riot albums right here. This is Condition Critical, which was the Quiet Riot 2. This is still Rudy Sarzo. This is the original line. Well, not the original lineup. Original lineup had Randy Rhoads, but this is the one that broke, the group that broke big. Rudy Sarzo, Frankie Benelli, Carlos Cavazo, and Kevin DuBrow. Great record. The song on here is that I loved was Condition Critical, the title track, but you've also got Sign of the Times, and then you've got Mama, We're All Crazy Now by Slade. So yeah, again, borrowing from the Slade catalog to further their career. I think it was the first hit off of this too. A little collage there of different Quiet Riot moments. And then, what else? One more. Quiet Riot Mental Health, the one that started the whole LA scene right here. The one that got signed and went to #1. I think it took out Michael Jackson's was. It was at the top of the heap at that time. This is just a great album. Come On, Feel the Noise. Metal Health. And then the Mascot. I mean, that's a pretty well known, almost as well known as like Eddie from Iron Maiden. Okay, maybe not that. I mean, look at his hair there. Not quite as thick. I love this. So I mean, there's a couple songs on here I really like Slick Black Cadillac, Love's a Bitch. And then there's a song called Thunderbird that just moves me. I love it. It's not a ballad, but one of those like memory songs where you're thinking back on your friends and stuff, and it's a good song. All right, I think that's long enough. I'll pick up with Poison when we come back. So hope you guys are digging this. I mean, this isn't not even in the core of my metal section yet. It's just my hard rock 80s hair stuff. So. Anyway, I hope you're digging it. I mean, I'm digging it. Bought some metal records today online, so getting into my metal stuff. All right, vinyl community, I love you guys. Peace, love, chicken grease, whatever that saying is. All right, Cosmic Brian needs to get his beauty sleep. All right, you guys have a great night, man. I'll catch you on the next round.